Check one, two, check one, two. Hold on, man. Let me do my thing. Feel me? Check one, two, check one, two. What up, man? I hope y'all doing good out here today. Welcome to the Thursday night potluck, a little show that I do just to talk about, we have a show that we do on Tuesdays on here. It's a black and white thing, and sometimes we can't get into everything that we want to get into. And so, sometimes I had to feel a need to pull up and talk a couple of extra topics, maybe some things that, aren't necessarily sports related. This is a show where we talk about any and everything. So Thursday night potluck goes as follows. I have a couple of topics I want to get into. I post the link to the StreamYard in several different places: Facebook, Twitter, as well as the YouTube comments. If you want to pull up, you got something you want to talk about, pull up. If you don't want to be on cam, you don't necessarily have to be on cam. If you don't want your face to be seen, but if you're feeling fly, you want to show off a fit, pull up, get your bars off, and we can chop it up for a few minutes. I got a couple of topics, as you can see on the screen, that I want to get into for the next 20 minutes because I normally it's a 30-minute show, but I ran a little bit late. I'm not going to do a full 30 minutes. So I'm here for the next 20 minutes. Just a little something, just to have a little bit of fun on this Thursday night before we get into Thursday night football. All right. So last thing, please remember, you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, searching for It's a Black and White Thing or Brains and Bars. Wherever you get the good podcast, give us 5 stars, leave a comment, and share that. Same thing for the YouTube channel. We're up to 177 subscribers. Thank each and every one of you. Thank everyone who pulls up, who tunes in, who clicks the link. Hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, share the broadcast, and tell everyone. I forgot my own slogan. Anyway, just tell people we out here. So, couple of things I want to get into tonight, man. First and foremost, let's get into J. Cole real quick. So he dropped a little record this afternoon called Port Antonio. And he's getting into a couple of different things in there. Most notably, he dives into the beef between Drake and Kendrick, and he talks about why he bowed out of the entire beef. And let me tell you something, man. I get it. There are people who don't want to hear from J. Cole because he dropped out of the beef. They don't want to hear what he's got to say. I've already seen a couple of people whose opinions I respect saying, man, you can save it, you can keep it. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm good. Right. And that's fine. Like that's their prerogative, right? I mean, you don't, J. Cole doesn't, there's nothing that he can do to redeem himself in your eyes. But let me say this. I really wish J. Cole could have found a way to remain in this beef because man, that brother rapping like Mama Ward, appreciate you. Mama Ward, hold me down. Tell a friend it's those guys again. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, J. Cole is rapping on this record, man. He is going crazy. That second verse is fire. And I get in the context of that second verse, he's talking about, look, man, like those are my guys. Like I'm cool with both of them dudes. I didn't feel right stepping in the ring and going at Kendrick. And he's like, and I forget the line that everybody's quoting. I don't know it exactly, but it's something to the effect of, well, you know, I was Switzerland, right? I got out the middle of this battle, but somehow ended up with blood from both sides on me. Um, and so we had this conversation at the barbershop. Shout out to Jay Money, shout out to Mano. We had this conversation at the barbershop today. And I don't know how J. Cole could have remained in this beef, but somehow kept it cordial enough to not get dirty, right? Not get into the mud, right? Obviously, this is a show where we talk about battle rap. And shout out to Ward. Ward has a tweet where he says, and I'm actually going to pull this up on the Jumbotron. I'm going to pull this up on a big screen so we can all see it. But there's a point where he's referencing the point of Cole saying, well, I don't think that I could have gotten into this battle and it not gotten ugly. Right. So hold on. Let me pull this up. So this is from Team Dreamville. With Cole in the battle, he says, "I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog. I would have lost a bro." I don't believe he's saying he would have won the battle if he didn't back out. I think he's saying the battle is irrelevant compared to how he values the friendship he holds with those guys. All right. So that's what Team Dreamville said, which I believe might be the official Twitter account for the Dreamville crew. Let me pull up this real quick. Team Dreamville, share. All right, so this is the quote, right? So this is the last line I didn't say. His purpose is bigger than battle rap. So Ward, he pops up. Shout out to Ward. He says, crazy, because I battled like 30 of my friends and I ain't lost their friendship. Now, here's what I want to say. Number one, battle rap is a space where these guys go into it saying things that they likely would never say in another context. Like you likely would not hear someone talk about, well, yo, I will take your girl and we're going to do adulterous things over and over and over again in your bed. Like you would not say that in real life to someone without expecting the fade to be run, right? Number one, right? SMDs get tossed around in battle rap. People get testy, these guys, they get to pushing and shoving sometimes, right? It's all a little machismo gets to happening. But at the end of a battle, these guys know, hey, this is all in good fun, right? This is all entertainment. I don't know how J. Cole could have gotten into this battle with Kendrick. And I mean, y'all killed him for saying that what To Pimp a Butterfly was gas. Like y'all couldn't even let that bar rock, right? I don't know how he gets into the middle of that contest, into the middle of that battle, and not get dirty in some way. And not take a shot that maybe Kendrick does not feel was cool. And at the end of it, go, all right, man, good battle. I appreciate you, yada, yada, yada. So let's jump on the track together. I just don't know how the culture, I don't think is set up for that. The culture's not set up for a friendly fade. You know how, and not only when I say culture, not only do I mean hip hop culture, but I mean culture at large, a culture that has been tuned in to reality TV and the drama and the messiness of that. When you think about politics, the drama and the messiness of that. When you think about the vice presidential debate between Walls and JD Vance was one of the more like honestly, that is what a debate should look like. Trump has changed things in a way with his decorum and with in hurling insults at his opponents in debates that people think that's what it should look like. People think that is entertaining. I saw people call that debate boring. And I'm going, it's because there's not a bunch of foolishness happening, guys. That's why you consider it to be boring. But that is the norm. That is what it should look like. And if you had those two guys at the top of their game having a friendly sparring session, right? We talked about this. Oh, no, we did. We didn't talk about this. The event that War was at this weekend. You had a battle that took place at Black Ice between Kitchen Clean and Cut Eastwood. They're homies. They're cool. So there wasn't a bunch of like hitting below the belt. It was a friendly little fade. It was a sparring session. It was not a war. You know what I'm saying? Like what what could Cole what how could Cole have entered into that fray and gotten out and still made sure that when he picked up the phone and hit up Kendrick or he picked up the phone and hit up somebody in his camp that it his number's not no longer is blocked. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to OG Mac. He said, I don't know what people expect. You want him to stoop low and say you beat your wife, you're a pedo, or I want to see you and your kid die. Like, there's no, I don't know how you do it. That said, man, I wish he would have. When like Cole can rap, and I think that Kendrick is top guy in the game, right? Like, there's no debating this. Top guy in the game, or at worst, he's one of the top guys in the game. But when you talk about cadence, flow, delivery, multi-syllabic rhyming, J. Cole one of the ones, and he showed you in that second verse, but the whole song. In that second verse, he showed you he's one of the ones. Whether or not you care for the content of what he was saying, he showed you he was one of them ones. And he look, I said on this platform, hey bro, you really can't step out here talking about you one of them guys no more, because you had the opportunity to prove it and you respectfully, like I can respect your decision. You stepped aside, but man, I kind of wish Cole would have stepped to the plate and stepped to Kendrick because I think when you talk about bar for bar, that would have been an incredible back and forth. That would have been an incredible back and forth if he would have decided to step into that ring and take on Kendrick. Shout out to OG Max says, for real, I'm a fan of all three. I'm glad not much stuck in stand culture. Cole versus K Dot would have been the best lyrical battles in hip hop. I agree. I agree. I think it would have been an incredible battle. Um, I think I don't know if it would have been talked about at the level that Drake and Kendrick were talked about because again, we're talking the pettiness, the levels that they stooped to, the mudslinging, right? The accusations that were thrown out would have been hard to you know, to top. But if we're just talking bar for bar, we just about to see who the best MC. If he and Kendrick could have maybe had a conversation to say, this is how we gonna do this, I think we would have had an all-time classic. I think we would have had an all-time classic just from a pure rapping standpoint, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Kendrick, I wish you would have done it. I'm sorry, Drake. I'm Cole. I wish you would have done it. I don't know if you got something else in the tuck. I don't know if the fall off is finally about to drop. But that was an incredible, a dope record. I know I saw a homie say that he's tired of the dead president sample. I feel that, but I thought the beat selection was dope. I thought his content was dope, and I thought his rapping top notch, man, top notch. So let me know what y'all think about that, man. What y'all think about the cold track? How y'all feel about it? Should he have stuck with what was the song called? 7 Minute Drill and kept going at Kendrick, or should he have just kind of or did he do the right thing? I personally think he did the right thing. Hit me up at Brains and Bars, Twitter, IG, TikTok, Brains and Bars. Search for all of those. All right, real quick. So it's 10 minutes to 7 o'clock. I got 10 minutes before I get out of here. Family Manometer game tonight, Thursday night football. We got my San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, going down in about 30 minutes from now. To those of you who have never heard of the Family Manometer, so we understand that Thursday night football can be a drag. It's not always a good time. There's a lot of times bad football. Last week was one of the rare exceptions. I would love to see someone do a list of the greatest Thursday night football games of all time because I do think that Bucks Falcons might be top five best Thursday night football games of all time. Appreciate you, OG Mac. So the Family Manometer is a meter that I've created to let you know if Thursday night football is worth your time. Because here's the thing, guys: friends don't let friends watch bad football. Um, I'm trying to think what football game came on a couple of weekends ago, and it was just all. It was not. I want to say, oh, the London game wasn't very good. Not worth your time. Anyway, so the Family Manometer has four separate quadrants, right? The first quadrant is Family Man. If the game is trash, if it's Patriots versus Jets, there's no reason to watch that game. If it's Patriots versus Browns on Thursday night, don't waste your time watching the game. You might say, 8-1, I got money on the game. I got fantasy people going to the game. You watching that game is not going to help them gain one more yard, one more catch, throw one more touchdown, rush for one more touchdown. Just pull it up on your phone, see what's happening, and keep it moving. All right. So the second quadrant is complimentary football. Complimentary football means the first half, you don't watch the game. You spend time with family, hang out with the kids, take the dog for a walk. Second half, check your phone and see what's happening. If it's a close game, if it's a good game, tune in and watch the second half. The third part is called the walkthrough. The walkthrough means you don't have the game on the big TV. Maybe you got it on a tablet, maybe you got it on your computer, maybe your phone, but you're checking in with your family during timeouts, during halftime, making sure they're all okay. And then lastly, the last quadrant, the most important quadrant is what family? Football game? Football's on. Put the baby to bed. Maybe give him some melatonin. If you really if you want to skirt child family services, maybe give him some NyQuil. Yeah. Make sure they get to bed. Tell the wife, I'm going down to the man cave. I'm going to the sports bar with the homies. We taking over the big TV. I don't know what y'all about to do, but maybe we about to watch. I'm watching football. I don't know what y'all doing. So what family is the final quadrant of the Family Manometer? So for San Francisco versus the Seahawks tonight. Listen, as a Niners fan, and I don't say this because I'm a Niners fan. Let me start here. Being that I'm a happily married man of 18 years, and because I'm being recorded, I'm obligated to tell you that tonight, San Francisco versus Seattle, it's a walkthrough game, right? I'm not taking over the big TV. I'm not going to the sports bar to watch the game. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone and I'm going to sit down with my wife. I might watch an episode of Agatha all along with wifey. Had a game on mute. Just kind of look down and see what the score is on. It's a walkthrough. It's a walkthrough. But I don't think she's paying attention right now. Psst, psst, listen, listen. Can't say this too loudly because she might hear me. Tonight is a what family football game. It's a what family football game. Why is it a what family? Why is it what family? Why is it what family? Because it's a what family football game because right now you have two division rivals getting ready to take on each other. You have teams whose defenses do not show up from quarter to quarter or game to game. You don't know what you're going to get. Now, I don't expect a shootout to the level of last Thursday night, but I do think some points will be scored in this game because both of these teams have lots of injuries in key areas and their defenses are not up to par right now. Right. All right. So, again, for the sake of me and this, it's a walkthrough. But in reality, it's a what family game. All right, cool. Let me say this last thing. I got 5 minutes left. Let me say this last thing. Speaking to the Niners, as you guys get ready to kick off, hopefully someone can get this video into the hands of Kyle Shanahan, into the hands of Jed York, into the hands of John Lynch. I am a simple fan when it comes to my rooting interests. I don't ask for a lot for the teams that I root for. I simply ask that you compete and give it your all every game. And if you do that, let the chips fall where they may. Doesn't guarantee that you're going to win every game. I just ask that you be competitive, right? Play your best. Do your best. Don't quit because nobody likes a quitter, especially in the midst of a game. Nobody likes the I'm taking my ball and go home person. Okay. With that being said, I'm adding an additional rule to the teams that I root for in life. Can y'all stop embarrassing me in front of my friends? I don't feel like I'm asking too much. Can y'all stop embarrassing me in front of my friends? I'm getting tired of going to the group chat. This is 2 weeks in a row now. I'm sorry, 2 times in 3 weeks of going to the group chat and seeing my homies go, yo, the Niners lost? They were winning by 10. How did they had a double digit lead in the fourth quarter? How did they lose? Listen, I don't know. I know, but like Notre Dame, I got a homie who shall remain nameless who I think he meant it, but jokingly said, I hope Notre Dame loses to Northern Illinois on your birthday. Guess what Notre Dame did on my birthday as 28-point favorites at home to a MAC school? They lost. And you know what I had to see in the group chat? They lost the game. A bunch of ha 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 emoji. Stop embarrassing me in front of my people, yo. I'm not saying that you got to win every game. I'm not saying you got to dominate every game. I don't expect that. But the games you supposed to win, San Francisco, you were supposed to beat the Rams. You were supposed to beat the Cardinals. You lost both of them games, man. Notre Dame, you beat Texas A&M at Texas A&M. It's the SEC. Nobody goes into College Station and comes out with a win. And then the next week, y'all pull up at home opener to a school that can't throw the football, and you lost the game. Stop embarrassing me in front of my friends, yo. I don't think I'm asking for too much. Be competitive. Try your best. Play hard. Don't quit. Stop embarrassing me. All right. And with that said, tonight's game, I'm a sports pessimist if you know me. However, if you have listened to this show, Shout out to Drew and JC. I was on the field generals before the season started. I said San Francisco was a fringe playoff team, and it would not surprise me if they missed the playoffs because they have had so many misses in the draft and in free agency that ultimately the bill comes due, and you have to pay for repeatedly missing at key positions. Cornerback. When you watch this game tonight, watch number 22. Number 22 gonna get beat by wide receivers several times and give up big plays. It's happened in every game he's been in thus far, except for the Jets game. He's giving up big plays. Their right tackle struggles from time to time. Ronnie Bell, I'm not gonna get started because I go on a whole rant about Ronnie Bell at wide receiver. Right? But their interior, they have misses. They still, since D Ford had a magical season with like 13, 14, 15 sacks, they have not found anyone opposite Nick Bosa who can help rush the quarterback. I'm just telling y'all. So again, I got Seattle winning this game, not because I'm a pessimist, but because I think they are the better team right now. And I can't trust their defense. I can't trust the red zone offense for the Niners. I got Seattle winning. Anyway, that's my time, man. I'm done. I'm about to get out of here because it's 6:59. Please remember, you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, searching for It's a Black and White Thing or Brains and Bars. Wherever you get the good podcast, give us 5 stars, subscribe. You can do the same thing at YouTube. We're normally here on Tuesday nights with the homie Ward. We're talking about battle rap. We're talking about sports and everything in between. Hit the notification bell, subscribe, share, hit the likes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to you, Mama Ward. It's them boys again. And until next time, y'all be easy. Good night. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Remember, if you want to pull up on the potluck, you can always pull up. If you got a topic you want to talk about, some bars you want to get off your chest, I put the links to the StreamYard in the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Hit that link, sign up, pull up. We can chop it up. All right, y'all be easy. Enjoy the game tonight. I'll holler at y'all next Thursday.